Hey guys, I'm back with another video of designing our kitchen remodel. The last video I showed you guys an update of the kitchen design, and I told you that I'm ready to design the interiors of the cabinetry. So in this video we're gonna get a little intimate with everything that I have in my kitchen, opening up all the cabinets, all the drawers, and seeing what I keep in there and making sure everything that I have in my kitchen currently fits into the new kitchen remodel. So I'm going to be showing you a step-by-step process of how I kind of plan this out and how I'm sketching it in Sketchup, and also how I'm going to prepare the drawings for the builders so they know every dimension, every design of the profiles of the pull-out drawers, just everything. So let's get into it. Okay, I just opened up my SketchUp model. Just before we get into the interior cabinetry design, I just wanted to show you, just as a reminder, what the kitchen design looks like. We currently have a wall here where this cabinetry ends. We're taking down that wall, we're adding this big island, and then like an L-shaped cabinetry, all the millwork along this side. The big appliances like the refrigerator and dishwasher is gonna go on this side. And I created this symmetry on this back wall with a range hood with the marble going down the backsplash, and these double windows that also have the double ceiling lights creates this nice little symmetry for this elevation. Okay, so we're getting into it. The first thing I'm gonna do, even before modeling this out into a 3D design, I'm gonna bring in all the elevations of every cabinet and drawer, and then I'm gonna notate what goes where. So all the cleaning supplies that I have in the kitchen, all the dry pantry goods, all the cutlery, noting it right on top of the elevation where everything goes. So right now I'm just taking all the elevations and putting them on its own page. Also, to all my design friends who are still using InDesign, have you tried Canva? I started using Canva to make invitations for my 2-year-old's birthday, and then I started using it for work. I used to make all the presentations like this in InDesign, but with Canva and all the integrated AI, that makes life so much easier, like cutting out background. But you can literally just click remove background and it removes backgrounds. You can adjust colors the way you do in Photoshop, and you can align things and do presentations like the way you would do in InDesign. So it's kind of like Photoshop plus InDesign in one. So I haven't looked back since, and I'm doing all my work things in Canva now. I mean, I still need Photoshop for color grading and things like that, but just doing these little simple presentations is just so easy. So tip for all my design friends, try Canva. So now that I have all the elevations on its own page, I went in and started noting what goes where in each cabinet and drawer, and making sure that everything I had fit in this new design. So I'm doing this for all the cabinetry as well as the island. And not only thinking about filling in what I currently have in the kitchen, but also thinking about what my wish list is, such as wishing I had a charging station drawer. I got to a point where I noted everything, and there's these 2 upper cabinets that I don't really need. I would have thought more cabinets is more cabinets, but it's almost seeming a little too excessive. I'm sure if we had extra space, we would just fill it up with more things, but keeping in mind that we still have our basement pantry, we don't have to keep everything upstairs in this kitchen. And I wanted to go back into kind of maybe putting in something more decorative. So back to the drawing board for this side of the millwork. I had saved this image from Pinterest for such a long time. I love this design, especially the design of the cabinetry, the plate racks up top, a shelf to show a little bit of decor, and cute little peg hooks to display your pretty mugs. I thought this was a perfect chance for me to utilize this design concept for my kitchen and kind of take away those upper cabinets that are unneeded. Okay, now I'm implementing that design concept into my 3D model. So I deleted what I previously had there with the upper cabinets, and now I'm figuring out the proportions of each of the sections. So I'm really figuring out just like proportionately what feels right and drawing in the vertical lines for the plate rack. And then another shelf. And then drawing in the peg hooks. I think that's gonna be so cute. Okay, so to show you what that design looks like, taking you to that elevation and doing a close-up. This over here is what the design looks like now, with the peg hooks for the mugs, a display shelf for pretty decor, and a plate rack up top. And since there's not a lot of materials happening on this side of the elevation, it's all going to be paint and you only see the soapstone for the countertop. Just seeing the little details in the millwork with the beadboard and then the peg hooks and then the vertical lines for the plate rack, the little bead detail around the cabinets, those are the little details that is what I think is going to make this side of the cabinetry really special. I'm looking at pictures for inspiration for how I'm designing the interiors of the cabinets, all the drawers, all the pullouts, the coffee station. So I'm pinning as much as I can. Now we're back in Canva with all our elevations, and I'm gonna put in the photos next to the elevations of how I want the interiors to look like. So the cutlery drawer, the spice drawer, the condiments drawer, all that is going to be on one page so that when I start drawing it, I have a clear vision of what I want everything to look like. And what's really good about this too is that although I'm going to be doing drawings of all the interiors of the cabinets, it's really good to have these reference pictures for the builders because it's really helpful for them when they're building it to kind of see an actual photo of what you're intending to design and not just drawings. The more information you can give them, the better. So I try to find the closest photo of what I'm looking for, just so that when I'm communicating with different contractors and builders, I have something to reference back to. And here is a little presentation of all the elevations and photos of the interiors that I intend to design. So we have the kitchen island with the photos of the charging station, opening up the cabinets to pull out drawers. The other side of the island that has the cutlery and more drawers for different things that we keep in the kitchen. And then this elevation with the cleaning supplies, the pots and pans, the cutting supplies, the little skinny pull-out drawer for boards and trays, and a spice rack and a drawer for condiments. And here we see this elevation that shows the refrigerator and also a little pantry for the coffee station, the microwave, and all the snacks. And also a skinny pull-out that's gonna have all the little jars for pasta, rice, cereal, grains, rice, things like that. And finally, a close-up of this elevation, which has cabinetry for plates and bowls, and then off to the other side is all the drinkware. And in the center is more for display, like the peg hooks for mugs, decor shelf, and the plate rack up top. In the bottom cabinetry, we have a panel-ready dishwasher, and then a recycle and trash bin. Okay guys, we're finally at a point where we can take all the images that we found on Pinterest and start drawing it in our 3D model. So let me show you how I'm drawing that out and what that looks like. Okay, I'm starting to draw in our 3D model how I want the interior shelving to look like. But something to note, what I'm doing is really for the design and look of the kitchen. When I hand this off to the builder, they're gonna do their own shop drawings and put in the actual functional details of all the little hinges and hardware that it takes for things to actually function. So what I'm giving to the builders is really just for the design. I'm really gonna rely on the builder's shop drawing for the actual measurements. So you see here, I just went ahead and put in all the jars that I intend to use for this drawer. The taller jars are gonna be on the bottom, the mid-sized ones on the middle, and then the smaller jars on top. And then right next to that, we have this coffee station. On the countertop, we're gonna have an espresso machine, and right above that, a shelf with a microwave on top. And then this allows me to know that behind the microwave and the espresso machine, we need an outlet. And then underneath that, the tea drawer and snack drawer, which is extra big. And then up here, we have our non-everyday use appliances like rice cooker, blenders. And on this side, we have our trash and recycle bins with dishwasher right next to it, the cute little decor shelves that we added earlier. And on the countertop, I'm gonna have a countertop oven because that is the MVP of our kitchen. It gets the most use, and it really makes sense that it lives outside of the cabinetry because we use it almost for every meal. And then off to the sides, we have one cabinetry for cups and the other cabinetry for plates and bowls. And on this elevation, we have a cabinet with pull-out drawers that has our spice rack. And on the bottom, we have the bigger condiment things like olive oil, soy sauce, vinegar. And on this side, we have all the pots and pans, which are on pull-out drawers as well. And off to this side, we have another pull-out drawer that has cutting boards, pans, muffin tins. And then underneath the sink, I'll just have 2 pull-out drawers of cleaning supplies. And I really just need to leave a lot of space for our water tank because we're gonna have an extra faucet off to this side where we're gonna have filtered water. So I just need to make sure I'm leaving enough space for that tank. So that was the entire process from beginning to end of how I designed the interiors of the cabinetry. Next, what I'll have to do is start doing drawings for the builders with all the dimensions. So we are almost at the end of designing this kitchen. The next steps will be meeting with builders and interviewing a lot of people on bidding out this kitchen and getting some quotes. Perfect in time for Halloween. Thank you guys for watching and joining in on my kitchen remodel journey. I'll continue to take you along on the ride and see you on the next one.